Grr, grr. Easy, you vomits. A little bit more moss before I bed you down for the night. Not hungry? Grr, grr. There you go, bud. Reckon there's some good moss in it. Grr, grr. Bo. Evening, Brian.
Bo, where did you park the hover? I really need to do some further exploring of the peninsula.
I've been here more than a decade, Brian. I reckon that glacier ain't melted yet.
I'm a biologist, not a climatologist, but I can assure you that that glacier is melting quickly, and at the rate that it's melting, it could be entirely gone by late summer. If we don't find a way off this island or a new source of fresh water, I'm quite sure you already know all this, Bull, so can you please just tell me where the hover is?
As I recollect, Brian, when we took you on here, you agreed to let me use that hover whenever I needed it.
Fine, that's no problem. Just let me know when you're finished using it.
Well, how about this instead, Brian? How about you help me get ahead on chores around here first?
Look, Bull, I already got ahead on all of my chores that you assigned me this week, specifically so I could spend a few days exploring the peninsula. Now you want me to do your work as well? Besides, that hover is technically McMurdo Station government property, and I still am technically in their employ.
You bringing that hover back to McMurdo anytime soon, are you, Brian?
You know perfectly well that the NAMA comms are out, as well as about the distress calls I overheard from there.
Look, Brian, Herr Worm owns this farm, and I'm the farm hand. There really ain't no other law on this island, except the law of nature, I expect. And in any event, I didn't say I was going to try and stop you from taking the hover, did I? But I want to go along, do a little hunting. Besides, you might be glad to have me and my rifle along. Angulimala's been hinting about some kind of big, dangerous thing stalking the forest at night.
Polar bear?
He wouldn't say. He's an awful cryptic feller, I expect, though, Angulimala is.
Fascinating. Well, let's say I do help you get ahead around here, Bo. How long can you be away from the farm for?
2 days, I reckon. Maybe 3 if Strawberry's okay with it.
Well, okay, I guess that's about how long I was planning on being out for. Oh, that reminds me, there's another guest here on the farm. She's marooned here, had some kind of accident. I didn't want to ask about it. I recognize her from the net, though. She's a reporter.
Well, that's just great, I reckon. Another mouth to feed around here.
Also, Strawberry said the sisters need more immunobooster. She said it was the same variant as the Landamanders made last time, whatever that was.
You've never met Herr Worm, have you, Brian? Now, I know the sisters can be plumb hard to deal with sometimes, but them apples fell awful far from the tree. Nonetheless, I made a promise to Herr Worm when he fell ill that I would care after them. Gave him my word. And if he hadn't taken me and Strawberry in, well, who knows where it would be at. Would be Fugees. Now, I am not unaware of the fact that I drive some pretty hard bargains around here. But I'm responsible for keeping this place running while Herr Worm is ill. And I reckon you're a guest around here, Brian.
Well, more like a Fugie myself, really, but I take your point. But you can't deny that I pull my weight around here, Bo. Speaking of which, what should I get started working on?
It's almost quitting time, Brian. We'll get started first thing in the morning. Go and get yourself some sleep.
All right. Tomorrow, then.
Now, I assume you critters heard that, but just to make absolutely sure we're on the same side of the creek, need a few more doses of immunobooster.
Which variant?
Reckon it's the same as last time.
14 to 17 hours.
Well, okay then. Go ahead and get started on it. Want the lights out?
Andrew.
All right. Good night.
Crew.